What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, Don't Hit Me Trucking and Transportation. There are very few things that will get me up out of the bunk after I'm kind of laying down, relaxing, about to go to sleep. But this comment right here was something I just had to reply to immediately. Now, let's get to this comment, okay? And then we'll get into why it touches me the way it does, because this is about everything that I'm not about. All right, so the comment he said was, I left Prime. I was a lease driver. Don't do it. They're a bunch of snake oil salesmen and con artists. I would stay out there months at a time. Majority of drivers I knew also left. You know what? Let's get into this real quick. First of all, what's one of the things I always say in my videos? You are the company you keep. Let that marinate a while. If you're around a bunch of people that left, why did all those people leave? Did all those people find better jobs or better opportunity? I'm not thinking so. But the other thing that pisses me off about this, and I was going to do a video about the attributes you need to have in being a lease driver, and I kind of been holding off on that. But if I was going to say the number one rule, and this is not just the number one rule in leasing, this went back to my previous job, and this speaks about my entire philosophy in life, and that is be accountable. You know what irritates the fuck out of me is when people make excuses about some shit or why they failed or whatever. Go back and watch my previous videos. Like when I first started, my entire journey with Prime, even before I came to Prime, is on this channel right here. One thing I said in that was I might fail, and if I ever fail, I'm going to be accountable for it. When I went and leased, which was almost immediately, if I failed, I'm going to be accountable for it. When I ordered this next truck, if I fail on that, I'm going to be accountable for it. I cannot stand these weak-ass people. And you know what? I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm taking shots. It is what it is. But anybody that fails at shit, when they start placing the blame on other outside sources other than looking inward, to me, that is some weak-ass shit. Now, you know what? I'm not saying that you can't be in a situation that puts you into failure. But then, again, it still comes back on yourself for making that decision. Do not blame a company. If you're going to blame anything, blame you for making the choice for choosing that company. Now, how can all these people be successful at Prime, but all your friends, the majority, you said the majority of them left Prime? Like I said, you are the company you keep. Surround yourself by people you want to be like. You know what I'm saying? I never surround myself with people that aren't trying to strive to be in the same position that I am, or that I can help elevate to the position that I'm at least. Why am I going to hang around a bunch of people that said they failed? I mean, if you said there was one person that you knew that failed, but a whole group of people, you are the company you keep. Almost all the people that I know are successful at Prime. The people that aren't, even the people that left, you know, took accountability for it, and made the next best move for themselves. But trying to say that, and the other thing that irritated me was trying to call, I don't know if this was meant for me to be a snake oil salesman or whatever. You know what I am? I'm fucking successful, period. You know what I'm saying? And I put a lot of fucking work into this shit. I'm out here running. People might think, you might get the impression from these videos that I'm just out here chilling and I like relaxing, stuff like that. Talk to my fleet manager. Talk to anybody that knows me. But if you're failing, and listen, I'm saying that this is what 90% of the lease operators at Prime are. So I'm not anything special, but if you're telling me that the majority of your people that you know went with Prime and left, either they didn't do the research they needed up front, I don't know. But I'm not a snake oil salesperson. What I am is I'm somebody that, what do they say? Rise and grind. Whatever it is. I don't bullshit around about this. I'm not playing games out here. And one thing I can assure you of is you will never see me fail at some shit and blame another motherfucker on my failure. That right there is some weak ass shit. And maybe it's the 1960s in me. I come from a different generation. I'm kind of between the Gen Xers and the baby boomers. You know what I'm saying? I think that, a lot of people make fun about the baby boomers and all this kind of stuff. One thing that generation and the earlier people in my generation did was they took accountability for shit. You were not seeing people out here trying to blame everybody else, or the freight, or gas prices, or the market's too low, or my truck's not running right, or whatever the situation is. No matter what happens, my truck could break down right now. And you know what I'm not going to be out here doing is blaming Peterbilt, or blaming, my truck, or blaming Prime. You know what? All that blame, all that shit you do keeps you from making the move that you need to make to get on the right path. All that whining and shit, that shit ain't helping nobody out. All that talking negative towards, people that are being successful or whatever is not helping. If you happen to be, here's how I know people aren't, here's when I know people aren't successful, is when they talk down, or when they're more worried about some other shit somebody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, stay accountable, my friends. I'm out.